Hi guys, it's Hannah with Winsome Cottage Garden. It is the end of April and I have kind of taken the whole winter off from making videos, but I'm really excited about some of the things I want to show you this year and some of the journeys I want to go along with you. You might have noticed I cut my hair a little short, so it might look a little bit different from the last time you saw me, and I still actually have a video that I need to finish editing and post about our cottage bed, so you will see me with long hair once again once I finally get that out. But since time is of the essence when it comes to spring gardening, I thought I would share with you just a quick short video of some of the projects that we're working on right now that I'm really excited about. So you can kind of see the garden is still waking up. There's some really pretty spring bulbs coming up and some of the hellebores are looking great. Most of my garden beds are still put to sleep, as you can see some of the food grade plastic I put down in the off season. But I do have a couple cute little season extenders from Gardener Supply Company that you will see that yesterday I actually just planted some ranunculus corms and some anemone bulbs in, so I'm really excited for those. There really isn't much to show you about that. I mean, it's just dirt that I planted. I should have picked up the camera. I was going to, and I started filming, and then it started raining and I really wanted to finish the project, so I finished in the rain, but I did put the camera inside. But what I do want to show you, that just there's going to be some changes happening on the driveway garden this year that I'm really excited about, and some of them have already started, so let's go see. Now the bed along my driveway is pretty shallow. It's only maybe 4 or 5 feet deep at its widest, and then it necks down to 2 or 3 feet as we get along. And I have already done the spring cleanup that I can give you a quick peek at. All my Hyge Ranges have been cut back and pruned, again with spring colors. Last year I actually planted all this muscari that I'm absolutely loving, and I hope it naturalizes. I did prune this rose. I can show you how I prune those roses a little bit because they have a little stuff. And I'm thrilled that I had 2 poppies come back. A couple of the peony bushes this year, they're just a little more delayed than they've been in the past. So those are coming up still, and I'm excited for that show. What I really want to show you guys is these beds. Now you might remember these are where my peppers go. And what you might be thinking is, man, there seems to be one more. And you're very observant and right. I actually added one this year because I've decided to move all my peppers into this area and not put any in the other beds. And I wanted them here where they kind of bake on the driveway. What I also did is when I added this 4th little garden trough, it's a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot cattle water trough that I've put some holes in the bottom and filled up with stuff. When I did that, I actually also buried a heat cable. So did that about 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I planted them with spring greens. You guys can see it's looking great. I put the seeds directly in. I didn't do anything early. And I kind of created these hoops from supplies I had on hand to protect them a little bit and help trap some of the heat. But as you can see, we have some baby kale. This is Ragged Jack. This guy's the Dino Kale. Scotch Curled Kale, which I'm excited about. A Rocky Top Lettuce mix. Miscellaneous mix. Some Triumphador lettuce, which I have actually tried to seed for years. And this is the first time I've had any germination, even though it's really poor because I put a ton in. I just kind of finished it. Some little gem lettuce. And in here, another different salad mix, some spinach, what I suspect is a stray arugula, because this is all arugula because I love it, and then a small amount of radishes. But I know the French breakfast did not do super well, which is a bummer. I was looking for a place to do some early spring crops. I've always wanted to try a heat cable, which I think has helped a little bit. It's definitely kept the soil measurably around 60-65 when the rest has been like 10 degrees-ish cooler. And I'm excited to see what happens. I actually bought those row extenders for these beds for this purpose, not realizing that they were too big actually for the troughs I have. So I've used them in my regular garden with flowers, and this year I just made some using honestly bamboo sticks, some drip tube with no holes in it that I've had for years and haven't fully used, and some cloth. I'm actually about to put them to bed for the day. These hoops are really easy to make, and I really used things that I had on hand. I'm so pleased with how they came together, and they've been working really well to kind of help trap some of the heat that the heat cable I have in these beds provides. So I'm thrilled. Just takes it once a day to kind of take a few minutes if I've opened them up to close them back up again to make sure that they're good for the night. Well, that really wraps it up today. Now that I've put that to bed, every night I make sure if I've opened it that I shut it while there's still some time left in the day for the sun to soak in and help it trap some heat. Tonight it's going to get down around 28 or 29. All of the varieties I have are cold tolerant, so they'll be fine between the heat cable and the covering. They'll be good to go. If it dropped a little colder, I'd probably put some extra frost cloth down, but we should be all set. So thank you so much for checking out what's going on right now. We have a lot of things coming up, including, I can't wait to show you guys. This weekend I have another video planned, which will be really fun, where I talk about all the varieties that I'm going to be planting this year and give you a slight tour of my seed starting operation. It kind of takes over my house a little bit in the springtime, but to show you what I've already got started. I have some other varieties to start because my last frost date is the end of May, so that's about a month out. So there's some things I start now that go out at that time. But I'm just really, like a lot of you guys, I think I'm just really excited about this year. The gardening, I've decided to revamp a little bit how I'm growing and what I'm growing to focus more on what brings me joy. And I can't wait to take that journey with you guys. So if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.